What is up, everybody? So as you may know, I review a lot of whatever. You guys already know this introduction. I went through a lot of Android phones when I was younger. My first daily driver was actually a phone running Java. I didn't even have like an Android operating system. It was just had like some Java software on it. It was really weird. But then my first Android phone was like a Huawei phone. Then I got the Nexus and Nexus 4 and all these things. And I never actually owned a Samsung Galaxy as my daily driver. I did own the Galaxy S4 for a little while, but it really wasn't that big of a deal. And it was actually a very good phone for like the 2 weeks I had it before I switched back to a LG G2. But I pretty much just want to talk about the worst Samsung Galaxy phone that's ever been released. Now, this isn't necessarily the worst Android phone ever, but I do think that in terms of just what it brought to Samsung and what it brought to the phones at the time, I think this would probably be the worst Samsung Galaxy ever. But let's take it back for a minute. I don't want to give you the answer yet. But pretty much, as far as I can remember, the Galaxy phones, the Galaxy line was pretty sick. And I wanted to stem this more than just the Samsung Galaxy S1, 2, 3, 4. I wanted to actually include the Note phones as well, the Galaxy Notes, because those are technically Galaxy phones too. And I don't necessarily think any Galaxy Note was a failure besides the Galaxy Note 7, because that obviously blew up in everyone's faces, literally and metaphorically. So I kind of want to take that out of the equation, because that is the worst Samsung Galaxy phone. That's probably one of the worst phones ever made, because it blew up and you can't even use it. So that, without a doubt, is probably the worst phone ever made, probably. But taking that out of the equation, a usable phone that you can still buy today. And I thought to myself, I was like, you know what, maybe it's the first Galaxy or first phone or whatever, because you can't use it anymore. It's not that good. But really, the first Samsung Galaxy phone or even the first iPhone, those were the best and most crucial iPhones at the time, because that's the phone that really brought this section of phones into it. So the first iPhone brought all those iPhones, the first Galaxy brought all those Galaxies and all that stuff. So a lot of people who say the first Galaxy was the worst or the first iPhone was the worst. Yeah, okay, it's kind of the worst because you can't really use it anymore, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's the worst in terms of what it brought to the table. And after putting a lot of thought into it, I can tell you right now, the worst Samsung Galaxy phone that's ever been made, that you can still buy today and it's still kind of expensive, is the Samsung Galaxy S6. I think this phone was kind of just a flop in a lot of ways. A lot of people bought it. You can still use it, no doubt, but from the previous generation to going to the S6, I mean, the jump from the Galaxy S5 to the S6 was such a downgrade. Sure, the screen got rezzed up a little bit and it got a little bit faster, but you lost the removable battery, you lost the removable storage, which was ridiculous. Why would you even take those two crazy things out that really differentiated the Galaxy line to other manufacturers who were still making their phones without expandable storage and everything? And because they pretty much just switched to an iPhone type of thing, and they were trying so hard not to be that iPhone thing, of an enclosed battery and no removable storage. So it made absolutely no sense for them to do that, and it's just kind of weird that they did do that. I mean, could you imagine like having a Galaxy S5 and looking forward to the S6 and then figuring out how to remove the removable battery and the SD card? Like, it's just crazy. Every other phone after that has been pretty solid. The S7 was pretty good, the S6 Edge Plus and all those phones, but the S6 specifically, and you can also add the S6 Edge, but the S6 Edge brought the Edge screen, which the Note Edge brought too, so it kind of furthered that. So, I mean, the S6 Edge was way more important than the Galaxy S6. And I can't find another Galaxy phone that was worse than this one besides the Note 7. So that's pretty much where I'm going to leave it at. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button, but definitely hit that subscribe button. We're still giving away an iPhone 6s and an iPhone SE on the channel. And in order to enter, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Both those links are down in the description, so make sure you enter that. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys, and I hope I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.